Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about different kitchen utensils and equipment and their uses and whether you should buy them or not, depending on your personality and what you do in your kitchen. My name is Olufumi Odumuagun. I am a homemaking enthusiast and I create homemaking content that helps to make life easier within the home space. So let's get started. There are so many types of kitchen equipment and their uses are unending, and sometimes you don't even know what to buy and what not to buy in your kitchen. And sometimes some of us have these kits given to us as gifts and we don't even know the use of what is in it, and so we just leave them and abandon them in the pantry for years without maximizing the use. So please kindly stay with me till the end of this video while I share with you the various uses of this equipment and why they are important or why they are not necessary for you. So I'm going to start with the spoon. I believe that the spoon is the most important kitchen equipment. There is no kitchen without a spoon, in my opinion, because you need a spoon to serve food. Even if you're not cooking in your kitchen but you buy food or people supply you food, you need a spoon to serve your food. You need a spoon, an eating spoon, you need it to feed yourself. So I believe that the kitchen needs a spoon, and a spoon is an essential equipment that you need in your kitchen. I'll be talking about the knife next. The knife is equally very important. You need the knife to chop things, to cut onions, to cut vegetables, to cut tomatoes, and I believe that a knife is also very important. There are different types of knives, and depending on their uses or what you do in your kitchen. For example, if you usually cut through meats and other hard things, you might need a bigger and sharper knife. If you usually cut through bread, you might need a bread knife, and there are different types of knives. But at least you need a basic kitchen knife in your kitchen. The next thing I'll be talking about is the grater. The grater is equally important. Basically, the grater does almost the same thing that the knife does, but it helps you to get vegetables in smaller pieces. Some of us use knives for things that we use graters for, and I think that makes life more stressful. So I believe that every kitchen needs a grater. If you need to grate okra, vegetables, carrots, and you need them in smaller pieces so that you can get the flavor in whatever you're cooking, I believe that you need a grater for doing this. The next thing I'll be talking about are the measuring equipment, measuring cup, measuring spoon, and the digital scale. I believe that you need one thing or the other for measuring food in your kitchen. Not measuring food allows for wastage or shortages. You don't want to cook in the house and one of your children does not have food to eat, or the food is not enough, or you have to go hungry because you did not measure well. And you also don't want to cook and have excesses that you do not need or you do not plan for. So please get a measuring cup. If you cannot get this kind of cup, you can use milk tins and just have a yard for measuring before you cook to avoid wastage and shortage. Also, the measuring spoon helps you to measure things like salt, sugar. It helps you to have this sense of accuracy when you're doing things. And if you are also following recipes, I believe that you would need a measuring spoon. If you're going to be following me on this channel, I'm going to be sharing easy to cook or easy to do recipes, and I am almost sure that you will need at least a measuring cup and a measuring spoon to be able to get the most out of these recipes. This is a sieve or a strainer. Strainers, sieves come in different sizes, and I believe they are very important for separating liquids from solids. So if you need the solids, you can use this to pack up the residue, and if it's the liquid you need, you can use it to separate solids from liquids, depending on what you need it for. For example, you have just made a juice in the kitchen, old juice made from fruits, and you need to separate the juice from the residues or particles inside it. You can use the sieve to separate this. So this is a pasta server. Most of us do not know what this is used for. If you do not have this in your kitchen and you eat pasta or spaghetti a lot, please, you need to get this. This makes life easier for stirring pasta and for serving pasta. Some of us use the spoon to serve pasta, and you know that makes life really difficult. So you start scooping and the pasta will be coming down until you use your hand to pack the pasta. Why not just get the pasta server and make life easier for you if you do eat pasta? This is a tongue, and I believe that a tongue is a must have in every kitchen. A tongue is basically like an hand extension, and it allows you to just pick hot things from the fry pan, from the baking pan. It allows you to flip things through. So if you are baking chicken, baking meat, or frying chicken, frying meat, you need to flip it to the other side. A tongue can help you, so you don't have to be using your hand to be turning things upside down and panicking in the kitchen. Just get a kitchen tongue and it helps. It can even help you to scoop out pasta too from a liquid or from a bulk. So I believe a tongue is very important in the kitchen. So this is a potato masher or a vegetable masher. I believe that this is not necessary in the kitchen, but if you usually mash things up in the kitchen, please and please get a potato masher. If you usually mash potatoes or yam or carrots or any vegetable whatsoever, please get a masher. Stop using the spoon to be pressing things down in the kitchen. This will make life easier and faster for you, and you would enjoy this. This is a pizza cutter. I don't really think this is essential in the kitchen, but if you make pizzas, you can use it to cut through doughs. If you usually bake cake and you need to cut through fondant, you can use a pizza cutter to cut through that. This is a potato peeler. A potato peeler is really important in the kitchen. You need it for peeling the skin of potatoes. You can also use it to peel the skin of carrots. So if you usually eat carrots, cucumbers, potatoes, this is a must-have. In fact, this is a lifesaver in the kitchen because it helps to peel off the thin skin of all these vegetables without cutting through it and without the stress of using a knife. When you use a knife, you'll be far too careful trying not to cut your hand when cutting these particular vegetables. So please, if you eat carrots and you need to peel off the skin, you eat potatoes, kindly invest in a potato peeler. There are different types and I believe that you need one in your kitchen. This is a spatula. A spatula is also very important, although I would say it's not compulsory or not necessary in the kitchen, but you can use it to stir things. After cutting different vegetables, you want to mix them up together, a spatula will come in handy. You can use it to stir food while cooking too. And then I think one of my favorite uses of a spatula is for scooping things out of a bowl. So if you are like me, that you do not like wasting food, instead of just allowing that food to waste, scoop it out very well, scrape everything out. If you have just made moi moi and you're trying to serve the moi moi pudding into plates, you can use this to scoop out the final one and you'll be sure to get everything out of the bowl. This is a can opener, or sometimes we call it tin cutter. A can opener is basically used for opening cans of milk tins, or cans of tomato paste while cooking. Some of us are used to using knife to open these things. You put knife and then start banging hammer on the knife. No, stop that this year and get a can opener. This will make life easier for you. All you need to do is place this in between at the edge of the tin and then roll this, and you would get a very smooth and clean tin that will not injure your hands, and you can easily scoop out or pour out whatever is in the tin. Also, when you use a can opener, you can use the tin afterwards as a measuring container in your kitchen. This is a turner or a spatula too. So it is also a slotted spatula. So it has these holes that allows water or oil to drain out while turning what you want to. So you can use this to turn eggs, pancakes. There are different types of it too, with different shapes, and they are very important. I think most times anyone would do for whatever you're using it for, but some are more specific for a particular thing. So you can use it to turn pancakes, you can use it to turn eggs without breaking through whatever you are trying to flip. And I believe that this is very important in your kitchen if you want top-notch cooking. But yeah, it's not compulsory, you can do without it. This is a spreader, and a spreader is basically used for spreading things over bread, cakes. You want to spread whipped cream over things, a spreader will come in handy instead of using your knife. This is a pastry brush. A pastry brush is used for dusting things off in the kitchen. So you have excess flour on your pastries, you can use this to dust it off. But I believe that the most important use, or why most people use a pastry brush, is for coating your fry pan or for coating your baking pans before baking or frying pancakes or cakes generally. So this allows your pancake or your cake to come off whatever you have coated previously with the brush. So you basically dip it in oil and use it to coat your baking pans, and you can achieve a final baked product. This is a scissors. I believe that a scissors is very necessary in the kitchen. You do not want to start using teeth to be cutting noodles or the nylon of noodles or biscuits or whatever. Just grab your scissors and do this in a very, very ladylike way or gentleman way. So I believe that a scissors comes in handy, and every household needs a scissors, not just in the kitchen but in the house generally. So this is a clean kitchen towel, and it is a must-have in your kitchen. You can use it for wiping surfaces, for bringing down hot stuff from the fire, and it is very important. Please stop using rags in your kitchen. There are many other kitchen equipment that are useful, and I will just talk about the pots. So there are many types of pots and different sizes, different materials for making pots, but I just want to talk about the pressure pot. I believe that the pressure pot is a must-have in the kitchen. It helps you to cut down your cooking time, save gas, and preserve flavor in food. So if you usually eat beans or things like cooked corn, like egbo in Yoruba land, we call it egbo, that's cooked corn, you need a pressure pot. It helps to save cooking time, so you can cook faster. You can cook beans in as little as 30 minutes. You can cook corn in as little as 40 minutes, and you will have amazing results and better taste than when you allow it to cook for extended periods. So I believe this is a must-have in your kitchen. We also have the blenders, which are used for blending anything you want to blend in the kitchen. And then I particularly like the food processor because it helps you to finely chop whatever you want to chop without necessarily blending it to fineness like the blender will do. And then I particularly like it because you can use it to make very good pounded yam. Yes, I said it's better pounded yam than you will with mortar and pestle. So in this generation, stop stressing yourself, just get a food processor. So we have electric jug for boiling water. You can use other things like normal kettle pots to do that, but I believe it's also essential. You have the rice cooker. You can use it to cook rice. You can use your basic pot or pressure pot to cook rice. So that is essential but not important. We also have the dish rack, which I believe is very important for draining your plates after you wash them. We have plates for eating. We also have different types of jugs for blending to achieve different blending consistencies. I believe that with these videos, you've learned one thing or the other about the uses of different kitchen equipment. And if this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and kindly subscribe to my channel and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Have an amazing time. Bye.